guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, again, to boy, Defender, bringing you live from the bestie. From the title, I'm talking about things I wish I knew, although I knew some, but I didn't take them serious. But along the run, I took them serious. So first thing first, I'm talking about your CA. In my school, our CA is 13 mark, and you really need your CA. You can't just say, don't worry, I'll study well in exam and get 70. It's impossible. Just imagine you are fighting for an A and you are left to struggle with 70 in the exam. And 17 year in my school is an A. So you have to do well in your CA. Try as much as possible to do well in your CA. Like in the breakdown in my school CA, assessment is 10 mark and assessment comprises of your tests. Assessment comprises of your classwork, assignment, blah blah, and the other 10 mark is your attendance, and the other 10 mark is the main test itself. So just imagine you do well in your assignment and you do well in your attendance. That's about a 15 or 19. Then you somehow do well in your test. That's about 20 something already. So you're left to struggle with your remaining 70 during the exam. That will help you well in cases like when you do perform very well in some certain subject. So the next thing I'll be talking about here on my list is participate in class. Like participate in class. Don't say, I don't want anybody to know that I'm this intelligent, but you have to participate in class. You have to flow along when others are talking in class whenever there's an opportunity to talk. And also attend practical classes. Yes, practical classes. Not like, don't worry, I will ask my friends what was said in the practical. You understand? Attend practical classes. The second on my list is go for classes. No matter how tired you are or how sick you are, except it's something very important and will permit you not to be able to come to class, then you can take an excuse. But if you know you are strong, or do well to attend classes, because during classes you have to hear the information first hand from your lecturer about what the context is talking about, and that will help you to do well in your study section. Yeah, also start early. Don't say, the semester is about 6 months, I'll start reading 2 months to exam. Just imagine trying to cover 4 months lectures in just 2 months, and you are doing like 11 courses. Trying to cover 4 months. That is going to be time draining, mentally draining. So start early, have a reading timetable, roll out with some set of friends. One thing in life is this: your friends determine how far you're going to go. So as a student, start early. Don't say, I will start 2 weeks to exam. Though some people can do that, but you starting early makes the course more easier than before, because you might be planning on having a 4.0 and you are about starting 2 weeks to exam. It's not going to work. There is no magic about it, you understand? So try as much as possible to start early, start on time, get the right materials. It's not about starting early, but get the right materials. Those were things I knew I lacked at first. I didn't start early, though I started about 3 months interval. I started early actually. I started early actually, but along the line I flapped out. I was tired because why? I was just the only one. That's why I said something. The kind of friends matters a lot. I was just the only one, just self-driven, self-motivated. So along the line I flapped out. But I later got myself into somewhere in January, and I was reading for hours. Though my exams went well. And back to my discussion, get the right study materials. Like here in my school, past questions are important. Like get to know your seniors. I don't just say, you're in 100 level, I'm restricted to make friends. No, get to make friends beyond your levels in your department. It's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you to know how this certain lecturer behaves, how this certain lecturer marking scheme works, how this certain lecturer settings for exam. So that's why it's very important you get to mingle around with your seniors. So back to the story. Past questions are important. Yeah, past questions are really, really, really important. You really need past questions. So you need to get past questions and not just getting them to stop. I can remember in Chem 101 and Chem 107, our lecturer posted a test question that we should go through it in our free time. And unfortunately for me, I was too reluctant. Yeah, I was quite reluctant about it. I just said, okay, he just gave us the handout that we should go through it. You know, like, what's the need of me studying those questions? Knowing to me that those were his actual questions that would come out for his test. And when the test time came, was approaching, I was just reading his handout here and there, making researches here and there. Then I bumped into the test hall and I got a 19 for 30. Though to some people they were like, oh, that is really, really, really nice. That was apart from my seeing those questions also. I think it was over 19 over 20, yes, 19 over 20. But so some people it was really, really nice, yeah. But to me, I didn't do well. There were people that got 20, and to me, my attendance was poor. So I wish I got 20. I would have been able to score high for 30. So the total score sum up to about 23 over 30, yeah. So what I took serious was my past questions for the exam. So I studied the past questions so well. And lo and behold, when the exam time came, I smashed the exam. Because actually, it was what I read from the past questions that came out here. What I read from the past questions that came out. So, like I said, get your hands and debt with past questions. Ancient past questions that you know that 3 years, 4 years past questions. Repeated question from your school and your department. Don't get past questions from other schools because what your lecturer might be setting may be different from what other schools are setting. But that's what many students miss. Oh, I will get past questions from my friend, get from here. No, focus on your school. Learn to understand your school structures and syllabus, how it's being functioned and how it's being run. Yeah. So the next thing, have a study timetable. Because you can just say, oh, I'll start early. Have a study timetable. When you have a study timetable, you will be guided on how to read, courses to take, what you have to do. Plan your study timetable. Plan for it. Don't just draft out a timetable. Plan for it. Like I can remember in general studies, that was GST course, that was use of English. Our lecturer talked about having an effective reading scheme, and he said made mention of having a study timetable, and I think that that's really necessary. And prior to a few months to my exams, I had a tight schedule timetable where I studied, not just studied, but practice questions. There's a way my timetable is being drafted in a way whereby after each course I have questions to do, and at the end of the week I have tests for myself, not for the school. Some people might be saying, guy, you are overtraining yourself, you're just in a 100 level, why so many and then the thing is this is more of how you start early. The more of how you start early, because if you have a solid foundation at the very beginning, it will help you ease, because in medical school it's not a joke. You see many people quitting close to their final year, being dropped out, being frustrated, but you don't want to be such kind of person. That's why it's more important to have a study timetable, a prepared study timetable, and try as much as possible. I know it's not easy to follow the timetable. Yeah, follow your timetable. Like I said, get resource materials available, and also get familiar, not too familiar with your lecturers, because if you are familiar or not too familiar, you understand what I'm saying, with your lecturers, you will be able to have one-on-one close connection, relationship with them. Just imagine you're finding it difficult with a subject and you are this kind of person that don't like asking your classmates, you can as well go to them, or your classmate didn't do justice to the question in which you are looking for. You can meet your lecturers and they will help you well on that. So those are the things I think I wish I really do know before my first exam. Though the exams went well, there were courses I did super well. I think in my biology practical, it was good. My chemistry, both the theory and practical, was excellent. My GST, which is the use of English, and Nigeria people and culture. Yeah, we do Nigeria people and culture, which is Igbo. Yeah, it was okay. My French was okay. My computer was okay. My maths, my physics, they were quite fine, but I really didn't put much effort on them. So yeah, they were all good, but I wish I knew these things early. It would have been more very, 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 very easy for me. Yeah, so I think we've come to an end of today's show. Do well to like,